Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm working on this three-pill amplifier. A friend of mine brought it to me to repair. This is the first time I'm going to repair this amplifier, and I'm going to redo a lot of modifications that needs to be done. But I wanted to talk to you guys about why I do not recommend to have a three-pill amplifier. I have a conversation with a gentleman about a week and a half ago, and we were talking about two-pill, three-pill, four-pill, and so on. When someone called me or asked me for my phone number, we have a conversation. I told them my opinion based on my experience, and based on that, some people trust me, some people don't. So, and they have the right to do so. Why is the reason I do not recommend a three-pill amplifier? Just a single transistor. This one is a Toshiba. This is a weak Toshiba. I think the HFE on this one, it's about 12, if I remember correctly when I checked that. Right now, it's emitting about 100. Let me see. Turn on. I got my radio here, and I got my dummy load here. I don't have a lot of space. I apologize. I've been in and out of the country. I've been extremely busy at work, and I cannot sit down to fix my station. Probably sometime this winter, I will put at least a couple of radios. I haven't done any radio myself. So, but yeah, there's the reason I haven't loaded up any videos. But, this is a hobby. This is not a business to me. So I do it in my free time. For those that are waiting in line for me to do an amplifier, I apologize for the long delay, but it's just my job is more important than making amplifiers, and it's not how I make my living. A lot of trouble is coming up for the next few months as well. Got to go to Europe, and I got to go to South America, so I apologize for all this, but it's just work. I can't stress it enough. It's a lot of builders out there, people that I can trust. If you call me and you ask me who can you trust to make me an amplifier, I give you the names, I give you their phone numbers, and you guys can set up their arrangements with them. In the meantime, I can't make amplifiers right now. I have one more that I want to make, and it's for another friend of mine in California. But yeah, I apologize, guys. But I want to talk a little bit about this three-pill amplifier. When I removing parts and start testing everything, as you guys can see, this resistor is the one that goes into ground. This was extremely hot. Got to the point that it burned. You guys can see it. And what happens is that you got two things that could have happened in here. Overdrive. Potentiometer lower, trying to lower the input into the two transistors in the back, which I doubted that was the reason. I do not recommend 3 transistors. Why? Because accidents happens if you have this transistor all the way open. Right now, it's not connected into the second module, into the second amplifier. It's only connected to the first one because I'm in the process of tuning. But I will show you guys that it's doing. Let's see, it's everything on. I'm going to increase the potentiometer all the way up. 120 watts with 250 volts. So we're looking at the numbers on top. 5 is 50, 10 is 100, and so on. 1 audio. 130 watts PEP. This is too much of a drive for these two pills, and that's the reason why they burn. Right now I have it in a position which is open. This plate inside here is carbon. So if you transmitting with this amplifier and you move this dial in here, the potentiometer, it's gonna bite. It's gonna do a short in here, and it's gonna burn, not burn it completely, but you're gonna start feeling like it's a bump, and that's not good. So never transmit when you're using this. But right now, in order for me to set up this amplifier, I would not recommend it to drive 1 more than that. And we're talking about this is like literally almost all the way in the bottom. Not much of a play. Right there. 40 watts. That's more than enough. I do not recommend this amplifier to be driving with more than 15 watts. Right now I'm using my Cobra. This one does 14 watts, 12 to 14 watts, and a good day. So I would not recommend this amplifier to be driving. For example, with this radio does 45 watts. 45 watts into a single pill, you burn this one and you burn this other two. Okay. Another thing is that when we put in so much power into these transistors, they tend to get short, like this Toshiba. As you guys can see it right there. It's hard to see it, but yeah, I gotta do the bias into this one. Right now it's perfectly tuned, as you guys can see. This is my return, 1. It's under a quarter of a watt, so under half a watt. It's about 300 milliwatts in return. So it's not too bad. This is in a lower power. I tune it in a high power. 1. It's literally 100 milliwatts returning into the radio. So when you tune any amplifier in a low power or high power, it's going to be a big difference between one and another. So you got to understand how this amplifier is going to be used. If it's going to be used for high power, it's going to be used in the lower power. In this settings, I'm going to have to lower this one like this to almost in a closed space, because even this radio is going to create so much watts going into the transistor. 100 watts coming in, it's going to burn this once again. So I do not recommend that. You guys can see here. You guys can see this capacitor right here has been into a lot of stress. See, this is horrible. It's too much heat. So the reason is because it's been driving so hard that it's burning those transistors. I don't know how many times they've been burned, but this is the first time I'm doing it myself. My friend didn't want me to change the plate, and you guys can see a lot of corrosion on the plate. No big deal. You know, this is very thin plate, so I tried to polish it here a little bit, but you know, he didn't want me to change. This is like $11 or $13 plate, so he didn't want to, so not doing it. If you can use it, you can continue using and continue having fun with it. If you want to learn with it, it's just up to him. But I do not recommend a 3-pill amplifier, and this reason is you're gonna drive this one so hard that you're gonna burn them. You're gonna burn them in no time. Okay. When you use this transistors, the HGs, the 16D08 in a high voltage, this small modules that it has in here, because those are amplifiers as well. This is what the amplification of the transistor will make power. This is a Toshiba. It's a Toshiba. I'll do a video later on and the difference between the Toshiba and the HGs, and why the Toshibas, they last longer than an HG, and then why is, you know, at the end of the day, you make the same amount of power, same amount of watts, but why the HG will have less life than the Toshiba. But that will be in a different video. I do not recommend this. Having a 3-pill amplifier will burn this two transistors in no time. if the operator forgot about lowering the potentiometer in front of it, it's gonna burn them. It's gonna burn them, and it's gonna burn them, and it will come back, and it will be more charge for the technician to replace the pills, and it's just not worth it, guys. It's not worth the headache. Right now, propagations are good. You can have fun and still operate. Have a 2-pill amplifier and forget about the 3-pill amplifier. It's not worth it. If you like to throw your money away, so be it. Put 3-pill, but you guys can see this is a weak Toshiba with 12 watts amplifier. Right now I cannot do a bypass because the bypass is not connected, as you guys can see here. So I have it connected over here right now. Like I said, I was tuning. 250 watts slug. 11111 audio. 135 watts. Just a single pill. It's gonna burn these 2 transistors. So I hope you guys understand. If you have any input on 3-pill amplifier, put your comments in there. Be respectful. Bad comments, I'm gonna delete them. I don't have time for that. Please share, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the day, and winter is on us. Happy holidays, everybody. 73.